All right, so what's going on, everyone? Today we want to talk about HIMS and HERS health. You guys can currently tell that we were expecting the stock to go lower, and it did that. And we're back again because yesterday was a pretty big move that kind of lets us know that this stock still wants to go higher. So I wanted to speak to you all about it to see what is the potential us looking for HIMS to go up in price. Now, before I get started, as always, hit that like, share, and subscribe for more of my videos and content. I'm just here to give you all the news according to the charts. I'm not here to give you any fear, FUD, or FOMO and or fluff, just to get you all to hype up stocks. All right, I want us to be realistic. I want us to go against the competition, all of the massive amounts of algorithms and intellectual people behind the stock market. We can actually beat them at their own game, and we're only paying attention by the things that they do. Yeah, the greatest thing about charting is that we're able to see everybody's bias. We're able to tell whether or not they're bullish, whether or not they're bearish, whether or not they're expecting the price to go up, whether or not they're expecting the price to go down. And we have access to that information relatively cheap today. All we have to do is learn to dissect price bars and volume and see what they are doing. That's it. That's how we were able to, on this last price prediction in HIMS, expect the market to go lower, and we got it right there, pinpoint on the dot, before price reversed and began to go back up. That's crazy, isn't it? But we saw that off of what other people were thinking. So we're basically trying to analyze the probabilities of what the overall market is thinking, and that is what the chart is able to give us. All right, so let's go ahead and see what HIMS is about to do next. So let's get rid of this price prediction first. You guys see it took a couple of days, couple of weeks for the market to hit our ultimate TP price, which was on the 2nd of September. Prediction was produced on August the 11th. So it took a while, almost about a month, for this market to play out, or this prediction to play out. That's 18.59% there. So now we will also cancel out some of these pockets because they're irrelevant. This buy pocket is no longer needed, and this sell pocket is no longer needed. So you can see the range in between to where we suspect buyers to be and sellers. So right now, it wouldn't be out the realm of possibility for us to see HIMS get rejected and begin to go down, because we identified that price point as an area to where selling increased. Okay, so yeah, yesterday was a fantastic day, 11.62%. Even these 2 days to where we have the buy signal being triggered off of our chart were fantastic. So generally over the last 5 days, we think that the buyers have more control over the price than the sellers. That can quickly change, seeing that price is currently at the sell pocket. Okay, so that's why in pre-market it's already trading at $55.27. So I'm not crazy. Like, you don't have to be oblivious and wonder why in the world is HIMS going down. Well, we already created the point, because there's sellers there. That's why there's more sellers hitting the market in HIMS around $57.50. That's why the people who was selling back here on August the 5th, guess what? They still got more of this stock to sell. That's why price is currently getting hit and going lower. That's the only reason. Now let's look at the market in HIMS on the 2. Okay, this is pretty good here on the 2, because this market here on the 2 is printed. This is final. You can come back and renege or change it up and make it as if it didn't happen. This is now etched in stone. You cannot change it. And look at what happened. The market in HIMS, off of this 2-day price bar, after it traded down, it came right back up to where it started. That tells you that those sellers did a terrible job of trying to keep price down, because the buyers grabbed price right there on the low of $49.17 and took the ball and ran it up the field. And now they're back on the end zone to where the sellers are. And now we're going to see if the sellers want the price, because if they want the price, then they're going to grab the price and pull it back down the field. That's what they're going to do. But seeing how the buyers did a fantastic job on this 2-day price bar, I'm kind of like, I don't think these sellers really want the market right now. Look at this on the 3. Same thing here on the 3. And not only that, you can see how the market in the HIMS is still trending. Take a look at HIMS on the 4. Here's on the 5. I do like the 5 too. The 5 looks pretty bullish there too, even though we still have 3 days and 10 hours. Look at this on the weekly chart. Okay, so we did receive the buy signal being triggered on the weekly time frame the week before, and we can tell now on this current weekly price bar that the buyers are still buying, because price traded throughout this week all the way down to $48.69, but then the buyers were able to bring the market up so far up here at the high of the bar. They ran the ball back up the field. Now we still have 9 hours and 3 minutes, so I mean, consider that. Think about that this weekly price bar isn't printed, but as it looks right now as we're recording, that definitely looks pretty bullish there. There it is on the 2. Here it is on the 3. Looks pretty good there on the 3 as well. Here it is on the 5 weekly chart, and then let's look at this on the monthly. Okay, so yeah, it'll be crazy if we were to round out the month of September and this monthly price bar comes all the way back up here to the high of last month. That'll be massively bullish if that were to occur. Now, let's go back to the 11-hour chart. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking for the price in HIMS to go up. But we're going to create a buy pocket. We're going to need this area as a reference point to let us know whether or not those buyers are still interested in controlling the price or if they're not. Here's another buy pocket right here. Okay, so I would say that these two buy pockets are probably the most important for us to get understanding of whether or not this market is still bullish or not, right? So how price trades, if price ever comes down to these pockets, if they still hold, then yeah, we need to go ahead and consider this stock being bullish still. Here it is on the 330. I think I want to bring it down a little bit. Okay, in the 1 hour chart. It was a crazy day yesterday. Look how quick the market just completely went up in HIMS on the 1 hour chart. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the market initially go lower, which means that just anticipate this market being tested on one of these two buy pockets. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put this on the chart and we'll be finished. We're going to look for the market to try to come up here and test this sell pocket right here, either on the low or the high. On the low, it gives us, you can see, around 13%. The high gives us around 17.5, $66.21. And we're going to bring this down here. Now, we're at the sell pocket now, so I'm giving you the heads up. Look, we can still see price go down because we're hitting this last point to where sellers re-engaged with the price and took the ball and ran it downfield. So just be prepared for that. Now, if we get another reaction of buyers quickly stealing the ball back from the sellers, then hey, we'll sit pretty sooner rather than later. But yeah, that's it. I'm done. Give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain profit. And as always, trade different.